Hi guys, welcome to today's video where I'm going to be teaching you how to achieve this makeup look using all Charlotte Tilbury products that I own in my collection. Before we get into today's video, I wanted to go over my top 5 overall favorite Charlotte Tilbury products, and the first being this one. This is the Flawless Airbrush Foundation. I love this. I love that it is a medium to full coverage foundation. It's very comfortable to wear on the skin. The finish is very skin-like. It is hydrating and it is almost like a satin finish, so not matte and not super glowy, and it works well on a lot of different skin types. It also contains skincare ingredients to improve the look of fine lines and wrinkles over time. I haven't really noticed that because I don't really have a lot of fine lines and wrinkles yet, but overall as a luxury foundation, this one here is perfect. The next product is the Film Star Bronze and Glow Duo. So one side is a bronzer and one side is a highlighter. This is actually the very first Charlotte Tilbury product that I ever purchased like years ago when Charlotte Tilbury wasn't even available in Canada. I think I had to order it from Beautylish UK and it was expensive but worth the money. This is my second one because that one has been used, far gone. This is the perfect everyday highlighter and sculpting bronzer. I wouldn't really call it a bronzer because it's more on the cool tone side, and when you have browns that are more on the cool tone side, you use them more for contouring than actual bronzing. Up next are two cream eyeshadows. These are the Eyes to Mesmerize cream eyeshadow. So I have one in rose gold. I think this one is limited edition. I'm not too sure. It is this beautiful rose gold pink. And then the other color that I have is Mona Lisa. So it's almost like this eggplant purple. It's beautiful and it would suit a lot of different eye colors. You can use this on its own, or if you use these guys together, the combination is actually really stunning. The next product that I have is a face compact. This is the Airbrush Flawless Finish Micro Perfecting Powder. Now in this powder right here, it's very finely milled, and a very finely milled powder is going to go beautifully on the face. It's going to melt into your skin and end up looking more like a liquid than an actual powder. The only thing you need to watch with these powders is because they are so finely milled, you will get a lot of kickback when you're swirling the brush around. So be very gentle when you're placing your brushes into the actual powder. Now next is for eyeshadow, and you guys know I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes from Charlotte Tilbury. The two eyeshadow palettes that I'm going to suggest are the ones that I keep reaching for overall. And the first one is this tiny little one right here. This is the Charlotte Darling palette. So this palette, I do have a video, I will link it up above and down below, has 6 colors in it. Now none of these colors are original to this palette. They are a combination of previous palette shades. Now the reason why I love this palette is because it is a mini palette. It is warm tone. You have some mattes and shimmers in it. Now the reason why Charlotte Tilbury created this palette is because she said when she would go on vacation in Ibiza, she wanted to create a palette that would emulate the colors in the sunsets that she saw there. So this is the palette that she came up with. Now, if you don't own any of Charlotte Tilbury palettes, I suggest out of all of them, go ahead and make this your first introductory palette because it's small, it's easy to use, it's warm tone. You do have matte and shimmers. You can take this from day to night. It's very versatile, compact, and travel friendly. And then the second eyeshadow palette that I reach for the most is this one, the Instant Eye Palette in Pillow Talk. Now I do have, I think, 3 or 4 videos. I will link them all down below if you're interested on this palette as well. I love this palette because I love the range of colors that you get in it. I love the mattes, and the way that she's laid it out is very easy. So this palette is broken down into 4 different eyeshadow looks, each eyeshadow look being consisted of 3 shades. So 1, 2, and 3. 1 you put on your eye, 2 you put to enhance, so in the crease or on the lower lash line, and then 3 you can put as a eyeliner or to smoke it out. Now the color range in this is nice because you get some really nice hot pink berries, you get some wearable daytimes, and you have a nice variety of brown shades. And I think that brown shades are probably the most underrated as far as her palettes go, but they are the most versatile. And then my overall pick from my Charlotte Tilbury collection, especially if you're new to it and you want a good introduction for a really good price points, are the Instant Look in a palette. So I have right here, this is the Gorgeous Glowing Beauty palette. Now this one was released during our holiday collection, so for December 2019. This is the one I probably reached for the most out of all of my eyeshadow collection. So in here you get 3 eyeshadows, you have your highlighter color, you've got 2 cheek blushes, and then you also get a bronzing color. Now this is very warm tone, and then the previous couple palettes have been very cool tone. Next one is her most recent launch in her Instant Look in a Palette series. This one is the Stone Rose Beauty Palette. So again, you get the 3 eyeshadows, 2 blushes, a bronzer, and a highlighter. Now this palette was inspired by her lipstick, which is called Stone Rose Beauty. So if you like a very neutral, rosy, mauvey color, then this palette is perfect for you. Now this is a little bit too cool tone for me, and I didn't think I'd be using it as much as I have, but for an everyday look, this is a very beautiful, compact palette, very travel friendly. You get a lot of products for the price point, and if you want a good introductory to Charlotte Tilbury's products, go ahead and pick up one of her Instant Look in a palettes. Alright guys, so those were my top picks from my collection that I definitely recommend you go and you get if you're looking to get into Charlotte Tilbury. We're going to go ahead and get into the makeup tutorial part of this, where I show you how I created this makeup look using some of these products. So we're going to start off with my very favorite product probably out of all my Charlotte Tilbury products, and it's just the one-of-a-kind. This is the Airbrush Flawless Foundation. Now I do have 2 video reviews on this. I'm going to link a bunch of the previous videos that I have reviews on for all of the products that I'm featuring in today's video in the description box below, as well as little tags throughout the video. So up here it'll be like recommendations for other videos. Now I'm in the color 4 Neutral. And I love this foundation because it looks like skin when you're done applying it, but it's still full coverage. I'm going to go ahead and I like to apply this with a beauty blender. You can get a lot of full coverage if you use your fingers, but this way it doesn't look, it looks a little bit more natural when you apply it with a damp sponge. Obviously it's not a beauty blender, this is the Quo Beauty Sponge. So before I go in and start doing contouring, I'm going to go ahead and do concealer. I don't have a Charlotte Tilbury concealer, so I'm going to go in with the Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer. This is in the color Vanilla. Now this is a very hydrating, long-lasting, full coverage concealer as well, but I have this in a brighter color, and the reason why I have it in a brighter color is that not only do I use it as a concealer, but I also use it as a highlighter. Now to go in and set everything, I'm going to use my next favorite powder, probably next to my MAC Studio Fix. I will usually reach for this one. This is the Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder. I'm in the color 2 Medium. Now moving on to bronzing and highlighting, I'm going to go in with the Film Star Bronze and Glow. This is a face sculpting and highlighting palette. This is the very first Charlotte Tilbury product that I bought like maybe 5 or 6 years ago. I've repurchased it since then. This is a new one. So first I'm going to start off with the middle color, which is this transition shade. I'm just going to take this big fluffy brush, just a JH31, and I'm going to take that 3rd color in the palette, and it is a matte brown with a peachy undertone, and I'm just going to start working that into the crease. And again, because these colors are so beautifully like pigmented and smooth, they go on the eye and they blend out really easily, and there's very, very little fallout, so you don't have to worry about spending hours and hours blending and blending. Then I'm going to move into the second last shade in the palette. This is a darker warm tone brown, same brush, and I'm just going to go over that and just deepen up the crease even more. I'm going to go and blend that out. This is the Superhero 4-in-1 Transforming Shadow and Liner Brush from IT Cosmetics. I have no powder on this brush. I'm just going to go in and quickly blend those 2 colors out and up just to diffuse them a little bit more for a more softer look. Then I'm going to go into a cream eyeshadow. This is the Eyes to Memorize in Rose Gold. And I'm just lightly going to take that moussey kind of creamy texture and just apply it to my eyelid. So I'm just going to take this color and just blend it from the inner corner to about 1/3 of my eye. And this color blends in so beautifully with the 2 transition shades that we used. It's super easy. I'm just going to dot the smallest amount on the other eye and then blend that out as well. So once that is dried down, I'm going to go back into the Charlotte Darling palette and I'm going to pick up the rose gold color. So the second one in, I'm going to use my finger and I'm just going to tap over the cream product to set it and just kind of kick up the intensity. So now I'm just going to dip back into the two browns that we use. And I'm going to go in and intensify the outer V of my eye. Taking a clean brush, this is a Luxie brush, this is their medium angled blending brush. I'm going to go into the champagne color, so the first color in the palette. I'm just going to pop this on this little area of my eyebrow right here, just to draw some attention and balance out the eye. So I'm going to take this tiny brush, this is a shader brush, this is a Morphe 408 brush. I got this for a long time, like the number and the Morphe stamp is worn off. And I'm going to start by going into the third color in the palette and I want to line my lower lash line. And then I always kind of connect it into the outer corner. Okay, so the eyes are pretty much done. I'm going to go ahead and apply eyeliner and mascara. Now what you could do if you don't like black eyeliner, but I like black eyeliner because I feel like it makes me look like I have actual eyeballs. You can go in with the dark brown shade and an angled liner brush and just use that as an eyeliner if you don't. Now it's a little bit embarrassing when I only have 3 things from the lip collection of Charlotte Tilbury. I have, of course, the Revolutionary Mute Lipstick in Pillow Talk. And then I have 2 of her liquid lip stains because I prefer liquid lip stains, especially if I'm going to be gone all day. So the first one is called the Hollywood Lips. This is in the color Showgirl. Like, they're all very, very similar. They all have that rosy undertone. This one is a little bit more berry, so if I'm going out or I need something more dramatic, that one is Showgirl. Now the formulation of this one I've noticed is a lot more velvety and moussey, so it doesn't last as long as a regular liquid lipstick. Then up next I have another more mauve color. This is in the color Rising Star. I'm not even sure if this is still available. These are more like lip velvets than more lip stains. So a lip velvet is a lot more moussey and creamier and it doesn't last as long as a lip stain. And then of course I have Pillow Talk, and I'm gonna swap that one. And Pillow Talk, everyone knows what it looks like. Again, that's what it looks like. It's more mauve and neutral undertoned. So the closest lip liner besides MAC Soar that I have is this one right here. This is Doll10. This is a new lip liner in the color Starlight. So I'm going to go ahead and line my lips with Starlight, and then I'm going to put the Pillow Talk lipstick on top. So that is the finished look using my favorite Charlotte Tilbury products in my collection. Again, certain products that I have done reviews on, I will link them down in the description box below if you're interested in checking those out. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye everyone, have a great day.